Visit was very low-key. Most fundraisers like this are, but look for his public presence to increase in the state that could very well serve as his firewall on his bid for re-election. 3 years ago this month, when President Trump arrived in Cleveland on his helicopter for the RNC, he did so with a fundraising disadvantage.
Hillary Clinton had $700 million combined, her campaign and outside money, versus $400 million for the Trump campaign.
His return trip in Air Force One for a fundraiser 3 years later tells a different story.
President Trump raised the most in a 24-hour period of any candidate in this cycle, $24.8 million when he announced finally that he was running for re-election. He's got over $100 million in the bank, and he is not splitting that money among a primary facing 24 challengers the way the Democrats are.
Money that he's raising in Ohio and will be looking to spend in Ohio.
He realizes that he needs to fight for every state that he got, particularly swing states like Ohio in 2016.
The state is home to 9 so-called pivot counties that voted twice for President Obama, then switched for President Trump. The home county of the Lordstown GM plant, Trumbull County being one of them, going for a non-incumbent Republican for president for the first time since Herbert Hoover. It is a spot where Trump's support remains strong.
What we're seeing is that even when they're seeing direct hits, the closing of the GM plant that he promised he'd keep open, the farmers that have been hurt by the tariffs, this is all being framed by them as he's doing something to help us, and even if it is hurting us in the short term, we see him at least doing something.
And the question for Democrats is, can they field a candidate that can reach not only those voters, but those in the Democratic base here in Ohio and across the country that failed to vote in 2016? John Kasich, News 5.